Jackson's back with you. In 1972, the Hollies released an album called Distant Light, and a song which they purportedly wrote in about 5 minutes reached number 2 on the Billboard charts. That song was Long Cool Woman, and Long Cool Woman, the interesting story behind it was the producer who was in the studio producing the album was ill the day Long Cool Woman was recorded, so the Hollies needed to produce it themselves. They had this idea that they were going to try and sound a little bit like Creedence Clearwater Revival. So if you listen to the song closely, Alan Clark's vocal is meant to match that of John Fogerty in the song Green River. Whatever the formula was, it was a huge success. I know our band plays this song nightly when we do play, and the opening riff alone gets people up on the dance floor. Here's 1972's Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. What an amazing intro to this song. And the song basically is a 3-chord song that moves along in those chops. Saturday night I was downtown, I'm working for FBI. I take that back, it's a 4-chord song. But we're going to show you all the chops, and we're going to show you that little riff that's instrumental break in the middle of the song. That one. And but we'll start with the intro because everybody recognizes it. All right, let's break this intro down into manageable chunks. And the first little bit is, okay, so we're going to play open E string, hammer from the open A onto the B note at the 2nd fret of the A string, and then an open D string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the first 4 notes. So the next 3 notes are a down pick with my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string. I'm going to pick down on that. Then with my 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, I'm going to pick up on that. And then I'm going to take that 2nd finger and move it to the 4th fret of the 4th string and pick down. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down. 5th fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, 4th string. So putting that bit together, here's what the right hand's doing in that opening chunk. Again. So our next little sequence here consists of 2 triplets and then an open D note. So we're starting these triplets on the 4th string, so they're, and I'm picking down on 4, down on 3, and up on 2. And all I'm doing, the only notes I'm playing that change are on the 4th string. So my 2nd finger's on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and I pick down, and I'm down on the open 3rd string and up on the open 2nd string. Then I slide that down, the 2nd finger, to the 2nd fret of the 4th string and do the same thing. Down on 4, down on 3, up on 2, and then finish it with an open 4th string. So slowly. Now when I put that together with the first part, that's what I have so far. In the right hand for everything I have so far. Again. All right, our last little piece to this starts with a B note, second finger, second fret, A string, followed by a quick open D string. And then I get into this last sequence, and I'm take my first finger and put it on that B note, and my second finger on the G note of the low E string. And now I'm going to go through that pattern again. That's down pick, up pick. So I'm down on 6, down on 5, up on 4. And the 4 is an open string. And then I'm going to move that down, and what happens here is I move my second finger down to the second fret of the 6th string, and my first finger lifts off. So the second bit is down, and the only note I'm actually fingering is the F sharp note on the E string. I'm down on 6, down on 5, up on 4, but the 5th and 4th strings are open. So it's this, then back to that first one again, and then I'm up here, so this time I slide everything up 2 frets. My first finger is on the 4th fret of the 5th string. My second finger is on the 5th fret of the 6th string. So again, it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And it finishes with just a G note, an F sharp note, and then the whole thing starts again. So looking at the right hand for the whole opening riff. All right, well, let's do a playthrough of the opening riff twice through as it appears in the song. We'll do it a little bit slower, so that once you've practiced it a few times, we can pick it up, take it up to game speed for our final playthrough. Here we go. Okay, now we get into the feel for the song. So finishing up the final riff there. And that's just a standard blues chop. We're on open E string with our fingers going from B to D flat or C sharp to D and back to C sharp. Play through that twice, and then we've got that beautiful little bass line that runs in, brings in the drums, brings in the band, really. It's kind of a boom, 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 boom. That's the bass line that comes in. So we play this twice. Boom, boom, boom. And now the whole band's in. We play it twice more through, and then when the vocal starts. So it's like this. Saturday night I was downtown, working for FBI. So the progression here for the verse as we start singing is to go from that chop on E to a G5 chord to an A5 chord. In other words, a G bar chord but emphasizing strings 6 and 5, and then an A bar chord emphasizing strings 6 and 5. So Saturday night I was downtown, working for the FBI, sitting in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high, and continues on. Bootleg blues along the west side, full of people who are doing wrong. Just about to call up the DA man when I heard this woman sing a song. And that's where we switch to the A. So pair of 45's part. So let's just let's do a playthrough of that chop with the singing properly done and the first verse. Saturday night I was downtown, walking for the FBI, sitting in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high, bootlegging booze along the west side, full of people who were doing wrong. Just about to call up the DA man when I heard this woman sing a song. All right, the next section is the pair 45 section, which is really, really hard to sing because it's way up there. So I'm going to sing it an octave lower just to play along here and show you where the chords go. And then later on we'll stretch for it. A pair of 45s, baby, open my eye. The temperature's starting to rise. She was a long, cool woman in a black dress, about 5'9", beautiful, tall. Just one look, it was a bad mess, 'cause that long, cool woman had it all. And that's where we go into the instrumental break. So you can see there that it goes from the A5 chop to the B, back to the A, to the G, and then to the E. Then to the A, back to the G, and that's the sequence for that little section of the song. All right, next comes a little instrumental break, and it begins with, and that's just 3 down picks on strings 4 and 3. My fingers are here. First finger is on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, second finger is on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Like so. Then we get this little, we did it earlier. I do that twice and it's just open A, hammer on the B note, open D. Then the open G string. And the next time I play that, I hammer onto it. And specifically, I kind of hammer onto that 3rd string note at the 1st fret. Like so. So it's... next verse. So you play through that 4 times, and that's the little instrumental break. All right, just one last thing to show you then, and that's this extended A bit in the last verse. And it goes something like this. And again, I'll sing an octave lower here just to show you where the chords go. Well, the DA was holding my left hand, and she was holding my right. And I said, woman, don't get scared, 'cause you're gonna be spared. Well, I gotta be forgiven if you wanna spend your living with the long good woman in a black dress, that 5'9", beautiful, tall. Just one look, I was a bad mess, 'cause that long good woman had it all. Had it all. Okay, so you see how in the middle of that verse it just sits on that A5 chop for quite some time. And when we put it in the playthrough, we'll of course sing it normally for you.
just about to call up the TA man when I heard this woman sing the song. Barrel 45s made me open my eyes. The temperature started to rise. She was a long, cool woman in a black dress. She's 5'9", beautiful, tall. Just one look, I was a bad mess, 'cause that long, cool woman had it all. I saw her heading to the table with a tall, walking, big black cat. But China said, I hope you are able, boy, 'cause I'm telling you, she knows where it's at. Just suddenly we heard the sirens. Everybody started to run, jumping out of doors and tables. Well, I heard somebody shooting a gun. Well, the deer was sprung from the left hand, and she was holding my right. Well, I said, woman, don't get scared, 'cause you're gonna be spared. Well, I gotta be forgiven if I want to spend it even with a long, blue woman in a black dress. Just 5'9", beautiful, tall. With just one look, I was a bad mess, 'cause that long, cool woman had it all. Had it all. Had it all. Had it all.
All right, well, fine tuning for Long Cool Woman. An ending for the song fades. When our band plays this song, we just go back to the intro one time through. And end on a nice E minor chord. So that's a thought for you. This song features that catchy and tricky intro that we taught you there, and also the feel and the chop of the blues chop with the E, A, B, and thrown in also a G5 chord. Long Cool Woman, the Hollies, just a classic, a lot of fun to play, a little tough to sing, but a lot of fun to play. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.